Venture Captain Grendel Drang's pinched face is hard to see from behind the stack of books that divide the front of his office from the space behind his desk. A shockingly old man with white hair and slightly milky eyes. He is surprised by the appearance of outsiders in his office and looks up, half startled and half relieved. Thank you for coming on such short notice. I'd been meaning to give this assignment to someone else and at a later date, and with less pressing time constraints, but it seems that time has conspired against us. Drang mumbles to himself as he passes out a stack of notes and maps from behind the wall of books. These notes are from a recent chronicle. It contains some interesting finds, but one of them is now the utmost priority to the society. Drag lightly taps a bony finger on a map, on which can be seen a section of Absalon, the city you are currently in, with a small corner townhouse circled in deep red. This townhouse is a facade for an underground vault. The vault belonged to an old noble family of Absalon that was expelled a decade ago, the Declans. The family was forced out when their patriarch, a man known as Arias, was discovered to have written documents detailing the city's defenses, documents he intended to hand over to the hostile forces loyal to Cheliax. The chronicle indicates the copy of these documents still exists within the vault itself. Now, normally, we would use our Pathfinder agents, and they would be looking into the Declans and their chronicle references in Cheliax. But unfortunately, all leads have come to dead ends, and the Pathfinders that we have sent have been killed 10 days ago. The thugs made off with a copy of his notes. Fortunately, he has already sent us another. We have reason to believe it was the work of the Declan's oldest child, a young woman named Selena. Selena Declan. The reason this assignment is now become urgent. The fact that she and her forces are willing to kill Pathfinders for this information shows how desperate they are to retrieve the documents. If she were able to get these documents and return them to Cheliax, it would undermine the defenses of the whole city, as well as cause the society undue headaches. We need you to find Selena, find the documents in her vault, and prevent this situation from turning into one big mess for the society. Now I know, he says, you are not field agents. However, our agents in Taldor tell me that you are all, shall we say, and he points at one of you, rising stars, points at another one of you, very capable in any environment, and then sort of narrowing his eyes at the third, saying, available to do anything for the right price. I will not insult you, gentlemen, by saying that you are not unexpendable. However, we must act this very night. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting OVA episode of Echoes of Honor. We are switching back to War for the Crown itself, but before we do, and we are cleaning up our, shall we say, adjacent and alternate timeline, a little history lesson I thought was in order. So we are going back to the year 4708 AR, where some of the players who are playing new characters and doing cameos get a chance to introduce their characters, get their feet wet, and show you how they have connections to the main storyline of War for the Crown, which occurs in the year 4718, 8 years later, and why they are being brought in the second season by the forces of good, where our all Cavalier party is being rebuilt from the ground up. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being here tonight.
Oh, hi, no problem.
It's a pleasure to be here.
This is where you say something, Drew.
Oh, okay. Hey. Thanks for having me.
Working through the descriptions, as he points and says, "A rising star." Matt, would you please explain what your character looks like and who and what he is? But not giving up all your secrets, of course.
I am a finely dressed human male. Long, flowing white hair comes down just past my shoulder blades. He's got a backpack and an instrument wrapped up on his back. His clothes are fine, exceedingly fine considering that he's been traveling. He doesn't look like he's filthy at all.
Oh.
Meanwhile, his companions... well, I won't speak for them.
Okay.
But he holds himself with an air of arrogance. Just, not like in your face, I'm better than you, but you can tell he's better than you. You know what I mean?
Entitled?
Yes, entitled's a good term.
I get the best seat. I get the best cheese
he's
sandwich.
Used to things going his way, yeah.
Okay. All right. Second chair, as our Invention Captain had mentioned. Drew, would you please explain the appearance of your character?
Sure. Also human. He's about 5'11", but he says he's 6 feet. He's got brown hair down a little bit past his shoulders. But it's held back behind his ears with a crown of roses. And he's not as fancy as the previous character. He's wearing like a yellow robe with a red kind of cloak over top of it. It's very bright and vibrant, but not of like a high quality silk or anything like that. But it is clean. He definitely makes sure that it's sparkling clean, no mud or dust or dirt on it. He just seems very well kempt, nails finely groomed and trimmed and everything like that.
Okay.
Prim and proper. Also having a, it's like a beaded, what do you want to call it? Kind of like a rosary. I was trying to think of like a fantasy type word, but a rosary round the wrist and kind of held around his thumb of the symbol of Shaylin.
Ah, a religious fellow. And willing to do anything for $1. I mean, a credit. I mean, full hard cash. A mercenary, but still trustworthy enough to be in the office if the venture captain Pathfinder Society didn't trust you enough to do your job. Jack Wilson doing a cameo for us. Now, Jack's going to be in and out of the show possibly, but will not be a regular member. But he's here tonight to back up our 2 new characters and 1 old player. Jack, would you explain to the audience the general appearance of your character, please?
Of course. I'll be cameoing Elric Markov from a different campaign. He is a grubby-looking little halfling that is constantly covered either in ink, charcoal, or other writing utensil debris, constantly pulling out journals, making notes of little things around his appearance and his surroundings. He has studded leather that are hidden underneath his robes of Nethys, as his main goal is to make money enough to live, but also to encourage him to continue his research of the greater world. He has short, wavy hair, constantly running through shoes, as he is constantly on the go as a mercenary, and always just looking like he has just never slept more than 5 hours in his entire life.
Awesome. I love how you have the scribe description. Maybe you were mistaken for a pathfinder that got you in the door, and then they checked your credentials and went, oh, well, he's here now, right? All right. So, with Elric Markov, the halfling, appearances, with a human cleric and a human bard in tow, our venture captain now opens the floor to any questions that you may have.
So Angelus picks up the book off the counter, kind of flips through it quickly, just kind of glancing to see if there's any pictures because he's not going to be bothered to read. And then he tosses it over to Markov. See what you can make of that. Dear Captain, what can you tell me about the Declan family?
The old man shoots up an eyebrow as you guys seem to begin to sort out the pecking order within the party. He does wait to see what Elric does. Do you catch this book, or do you just despondent about this?
Oh, immediately snatches it away.
Okay.
Immediately opening a second little notebook inside of the Chronicle, taking little notes and trying to flip through it as quickly as possible.
And looks like Angel's got your number. All right. He does continue. Arias was a beloved Absalon nobleman until 10 years ago, when he was forced out of the city. Rumors have it that Cheliak's agents threatened young Selina's life, and Arias felt he had no recourse but to betray the city's defenses. I can only imagine the hardship the man had to endure for the safety of his family.
As Markov is flipping through the book furiously, he will quickly, without even looking up, go, what else does this chronicle explain about the vault? Just keep flipping through pages and taking marks about what seems important to him.
There's not much that can be said about the vault itself. It was reportedly used to store a portion of the family's wealth and was ingeniously trapped when the Declans fled Absalon. The family archives, where the documents should be stored, should be right next to the family crypt in the lower levels, under the townhouse.
Why not tell the authorities an exiled Declan has returned?
The time it would take to get the proper attention of the authorities would give Selina more than enough time to recover the documents herself. And considering she and her mercenaries killed a pathfinder in Cheliax, we feel it better to play this one a little closer to the chest.
Indeed. So what kind of resistance should we be expecting? Does she have hired hands and other mercenaries working with her?
The agents in Cheliax report that Selina hired mercenaries from the Devil's Claw Company, a mercenary organization of failed Hell Knights. A society check might tell you more.
I will roll a society check.
Okay. I will give
Oh no!
Mark.
Hold on a second. My tower's in the wrong position. I have it. New game! Who dis? All right, here we go. Society in the tower.
I will give Markov a +2 bonus since he actually is a mercenary himself. Okay. And yes, it is Markov. They're infamous more than famous They fight dirty. They get the job done. Their numbers swell and recede because they're not above abandoning their own. You know, they do honor contracts, but there are the odd rumors floating around that something goes sideways. They would pull out and seek vengeance against their employer. They're not one for, saying, oh, we didn't have the right information, we should have done recon. It was, we were given the wrong information, retreat, and let's go get the guy that, didn't pay us enough to kill half our guys. That kind of attitude, not the best professionalism, I would say. Markov, do you relay this information? Or you can wait till
of course. Talk about how the rapscallions don't care about honor, don't care whether or not they leave someone behind, and are more in it for profit.
Okay.
Typical riffraff.
Yes, giving mercenaries a bad name. Gosh, no one like me is there, as he's nose deep in the book, not even actually paying attention to anyone else around him.
What say you, Damasius?
Can we just wait for her to come out?
Ah, man after my own heart. I like this plan. Leans up against the desk.
With a bit of a sigh, the venture captain says her vault is likely to contain many entrances and exits. Some might lead to tunnels underneath the city and come up who knows where. We only know that one is beneath the townhouse, one way in. Therefore, you must enter there and find it before she has time to clean it out this very hour and flee.
I hate time constraints. Tell me, good captain, why would these old plans even be relevant still? You said this was years ago that he penned these books.
True, but many of the city's defenses and fortifications still hold to this day, and having a detailed account of their inner workings would expose, shall we say, an uncomfortable amount of weakness in not only the city's guard and vulnerabilities, but, well, enough to say that it's worth sending you lot.
Do you mind if we hang on to that notebook? And I point it over to Markov sitting there scrawling in it. He could take some time. And we can do this while we move if time is of the essence.
Have a carriage out front, waiting for you. You have the time it will take you to cross the city. Pull out or copy any relevant information you see fit, and we'll have to leave it at that.
No, that's fair, that's fair. The delicate nature of the information contained within, of course. Well then, gentlemen, shall we?
But of course. Turns without looking at you.
As you exit the venture captain's office, he waits till you leave and hears the clattering of hooves of the carriage that whisks you away. He immediately takes fresh pen and ink to paper and writes a note to his contacts in Taldor concerning his thoughts and concerns on the three of you. This is a missive that will not be completed until you resurface from the townhouse, successful or have failed. Where the contents of this missive end up and what it says are also reliant on your actions and what you do. The scene now comes down on the island of Korthos, in the center of the Inner Sea region, the most famous of cities, Absalon. And yet you find yourselves tucked away, sitting on the corner of a quiet street. The red-bricked Declan townhouse melds in with middle-class buildings in this portion of Absalon. A small flickering candle can be seen through a barred window on the building's west side, and a single door can be seen on the building's south face. What do you do?
approach the door, put my ear against it, and listen for what I can hear.
Okay, perception in the tower.
Yeah. There you are, sir.
Okay. Seems quiet. And, sorry, placing you guys on this proverbial corner is how you see this side. I'm just going to ping. This side window, barred window here is where you'd see the light flickering.
Okay.
Let's go in.
Right place. Little drab, isn't it?
Don't hear anything inside. You'd think if there was a group of mercenaries taking cover in this place, it'd be a little bit of noise, especially if they're searching for something. We may already be too late, gentlemen. And then I'll check the door.
Okay. It's locked.
There's a window on the side. Looks at Markov.
Markov will start to move around.
Single candlelight illuminating part of a room on a table that's probably nearby the window, but it lights up the window itself. You notice that the window is sealed and barred. Getting through this window would make quite a bit of noise. However, the barred window has no window panes and is technically open air. It is above your head level, like it's sort of, there's a raised kind of stoop. You need to climb a bit or stand on something to actually peer inside.
So Markov really has to jump since he's quite a bit shorter than everybody else. Markov will go back to the door. Angelicious, stand in front of me. Look busy. I will then try to pick the lock of the door.
Okay. Can I have a deception roll?
I'll move to the side, and I will aid in his covering. Like I'll keep do the lookout job thing. I don't know.
You want perception or deception? Deception is like nothing to see here, right? Try to look casual and cover what he's doing. Or perception is you just play lookout.
Yeah, I'll play lookout.
Okay. And our frowning companion who thinks the red brick building and everything is a little drab.
I will also look, and if there's anyone close by, I might start reciting some Shaylin verses to grab their attention.
Yeah, what time of day is it? I guess we've never really asked that.
It's the middle of the night.
Oh, it's middle of the night. Okay, don't do that.
Yeah.
Hear ye. Wake up, everyone. That's a good point.
I don't know. I mean, like I said, somebody comes by like a guard or whatever.
Do you guys have dark vision?
Do.
You do?
Not the human.
Yeah, I do not either. I suppress my halo, obviously, if it's nighttime.
Okay. There is some slightly ambient, shadowy street light, like out on the street. Hence, I've got the map lit up a little bit, right? There's some shadows along the front of the building you can see kind of portrayed in the ink of the map, and someone would have to pass within 20 feet to like really see what you're doing. But seeing that there's people near a building, that's obvious from 30, 40 feet away. Whether anyone cares. So far, a quiet neighborhood, though.
Excellent.
Most of the ambient noise of the nights in the city are actually coming from like a block or two away where it just gets into a more main thoroughfare.
How to do with that lock?
Well, I mean, Pathfinder Society didn't recommend you for no reason. Click, and you're gold.
I will then tap Angelus on the shoulder. I'm not a frontliner. Scoot, scoot.
He looks at the two companions and goes, "Oh, guess that leaves me." And I draw my rapier and a dagger.
Okay.
And I stealthily enter the building.
Stealth in the tower.
What do I see?
Townhouse you are entering is located in the Eastgate district on Absalon's quiet east side. No one seems to notice you guys make your way in. As you head up, now a townhouse, I don't know if you guys, how a townhouse is set up. They tend to be long and narrow in structure. So immediately facing a 15-foot long hallway before there's sort of an open doorway left and right at the 20-foot mark, and then more space, more hallway continuing on, how the rooms are broken up as 10-foot wide and like 20, 30, 40 feet long, as opposed to square rooms, is how the layout of, said townhouse. Very expected. Slipping all the way to the end of the first part of the hallway, peeking in to the room on your left, you see 2 chairs, a candlelit table, a bit of a kitchen ensemble, a couch, you see utensils and items that were used this very evening. The stoic cigar, crushed out, some crumbs on a plate near the candle, dishes half
But
done.
no sign of...
No people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Elric, you're coming in behind?
Of course, I'm not going to let him go in by himself.
Okay. And out on the street?
I'll move up to the door, but I will wait because I'm not a stealthy fellow until they at least get past the kind of that entryway where there might be antagonists.
Sure. Continuing on in Jealous?
Yep.
The
No signs of people in either room?
So, in the room with the barred window and the candle, no. Peeking around the corner into what appears to be a bedroom/storage room. Again, you see another 25-foot long, 10-foot wide room. Immediately in front of you, to the top of the room on your left, are a whole bunch of stacked crates. Nothing. Some of them are open, but it just looks like some generic supplies, like it's firewood and coal. For, what I mean, like just something somebody would keep in a house, right? The very bottom of the room, you see a bed that looks like it's been recently slept in, but not made up. Remade, but not necessarily like a mess like someone threw off the cupboards. It's wrinkled up. A carpet laid over the wooden floor next to the bed, as if somebody wanted to maybe keep their feet warm. And a crate serving as some night table, but pulled away into the center of the room. You would think somebody would have their stuff beside the bed. And yet, plain as day, the crate is out at the end of the bed, and it has, Buddy's teeth in a jar and a candle unlit beside it. Glass of water.
That seems out of place. I will stop suppressing my halo, allowing my... it operates as a magical light spell, so it's like 30 feet.
Okay.
And I will poke my head around the corner and down the hallway. Seems like we're too late, gentlemen. Have a look about, see what you can find.
Markov will move to the other side that doesn't have Angelus in it.
And I will cast Mage Hand. So this is my gloved hand police presence, and I just use it like its index finger to kind of flip things over so as to, not contaminate the crime scene, so to speak.
Okay. You were never here.
I'll just leave no trace of myself anyways.
Yeah. Elric moving about the kitchenette. Damasus, did you want to enter the dwelling and take up point?
Yeah, I'll enter the dwelling, close the door, and I will also cast a light spell.
Okay. The rooms are as I described before. You guys want to search them?
Yes.
Okay. Nothing turns up. Can I have some rolls in the tower? Nothing turns up, obviously, in the kitchen, except for some eating habits. Simple bread, ale, that kind of thing.
I'll focus my search in the bedroom and specifically into trying to figure out why the nightstand is sitting in the middle of the room.
Okay. Are you interested
Damascus,
in... Yeah, go ahead.
Damascus will also go into that room, but take a look at all the crates to the north.
Okay.
Elric will try and... This was the side with the candle on it, so see how long the candle's been lit by how much wax is freshly pooled on the bottom to see how long it's been since someone's been here.
Okay. It looks like it has been lit as the evening progressed. Like this wasn't lit second candle, third candle. It was like the first candle. As soon as the sun went down, somebody lit this candle, and it's supposed to last several hours, if not the whole night, and it has burned appropriately. Okay. It also has enough wax to carry light like well into the wee hours of the morning. Like this thing is not going to turn itself out till like 3 or 4. Good eye though. Interesting way to tell time. I like that. Angelus.
Yes, sir.
The crate perception? Another perception on the tower?
Sure. There. The die hath been cast.
The crate appears to be empty, a bit broken, so someone's decided to flip it over and use it as a table because the lid is now coming off the back instead of the top. You know what I mean? Like I got a broken crate. What do I do with it? I'll flip it over and make it furniture, But why it was like lifted as opposed to dragged from its original position and set here. You look at all around, you just crate, everything seems in place except for its placement. And then you spot a slight ripple on the rug, as if someone had caught their toe on the edge and curled it a tiny bit and did not notice to put it back.
Aha! I will walk towards the rug and lift it up.
Okay. On your map here, see the X and the box crate. This denotes the sort of obvious position where someone would have the crate. You lift up the rug and find nothing under it.
Okay. Put the rug back down and look at the ceiling above.
Okay. Up above looks good. Demarius, your perception, searching the crates. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
While down on one knee, looking at some of the lower stuff, right? And then peering around, you can't help but notice with Angelus's light shining, his halo shining and making the bed shadow underneath, that there are a line of floorboard that is askew, raised up from the original line, and yet where the bed sits shouldn't be where the bed would push those boards down and make the other pop up.
Angelus, there appears to be something weird with the floorboards next to the bed. It seems like something's pushing down on them, but it's not because of the bed. Perhaps there's something out of alignment.
So I'll take the rug and I'll roll it up. I'll
Okay.
set it on the bed. I'll look over at Damascus. Damascus, be a dear, grab an end. And I'll point at the end of the bed.
Okay.
And we'll take the bed and shift it completely out of the position, revealing the floor underneath, and
Okay.
see what we see. And I'll throw another perception just to really look,
Mm-hmm. Under the bed, you find someone has done a patchwork job on the floor. They have cut boards to replace what looks like damage, and yet a nice, flat, perfectly square section of under the bed has been cut and reshaped, as if someone had cut the long boards out, replaced short boards, and decided that instead of replacing the entire floor, they would just cut it to, to hide this damage under the bed. But the floor itself appears to be perfectly square and the exact same wood and the exact same age as the rest of the floor, as if the repair was done a long time ago, or that you are not looking at a repaired floor, that in fact you were looking at something else.
Eureka. Markov, do you happen to have any tools with you? Something with an edge?
I have a small pry bar with my thieves' tools. Give me a second, and I'll be right there.
Oh, good. I've
Okay.
been hoping we would fix this monstrosity.
I will then try to open what should be a secret entrance to something.
A trap door. A little bit pressure.
Trapdoor or a trapped door?
A trap door, after a little bit of pressure, pops open. And it doesn't flip open on a hinge like it's oftenly used. It's, you know how they hide money in a floorboard and you gotta just pop out the entire little board, like a 2x2 piece. And then it fits back in perfectly. You tamp it in, don't touch it. That's what this is like. It's a larger section and there are crossboards underneath to hold all the boards in one place. So the whole thing pops out in a nice, neat little 5x5 section, revealing a chamber beneath and a ladder, an actual runged ladder propped up against the inside of a wall leading directly down into an open space below the trapdoor.
I will bow to Angelus and go, age before beauty.
I will raise my eyebrow at him. What's your charisma?
0.
Okay. Give a slight chuckle. I'll sheathe my rapier and put my dagger between my teeth and start climbing down the ladder.
Okay.
Markov will clamber after him.
And just because
Brave but not foolish. You go first, but yeah.
I will athletics to make sure that I don't fall or whatever.
Yep.
My laddering is successful.
I have a good cushion below me. I feel fine.
Of course you do. I will suppress my halo before I go in the hole.
Okay. Damasus?
I will also extinguish my light spell and then follow behind, shaking my head at the craftsmanship that was used to make this hole.
Whole place, subpar.
Very.
Okay. This small, stuffy square room, 15 by 15, was cut from the building's stone foundation. The room's east wall features a large stone mosaic of relief stone that shows several faceless people worshipping at the top and others being condemned at the bottom, with no figures in the middle pattern. The mosaic contains a set of 3 identical circular indentations, one set within the top section, one in the empty center, and another set within the bottom section. Illuminating the room are 2 lit torches in sconces on the north and south wall. Interesting that the fit of the floor was so tight, as I said, to pop up, that it actually blocked light source. but someone has been here because these torches will only last about your proverbial, 20 minute to an hour kind of thing. What do you do?
Markov will go to listen to the next door to see if there's any noise through that one.
Okay.
I will.
Cassius will look at the mural on the wall.
Yeah, I'll join him as well.
Okay.
Society. What do I possibly know about this?
Religion and perception for Damascius.
And you know what? Just because, yeah, you're right. Occultism is well out there. You never know. Because Angelus is a cultist. Oh, sorry, an occultist.
Okay. If there's any political or societal reference besides just how a basic society works, or someone chooses to take that frame of time, like the good old days, the farming days, the days we built, the city, there doesn't seem to be a specific relevance. However, stacked neatly in the corner, at least one of you spot 3 stone discs stacked neatly. So let's say Damaris, because he likes neat things, spots them in a corner behind the ladder, so it's on the ladder wall where you'd come down to look around the room, and then in a shadowy corner, trick a light from the torches, not visible until you guys move around. Oh, look, 3 discs.
Ooh, 3 symmetrical discs. I will take a look at these a little bit closer.
All stone and have their own carved relief on them. A happy-looking female child, a grandiose city, and a brooding devil make up the pictures on the 3 stones.
I will wave Angelus over to also take a look if he would like to, but I will also inspect the walls to see if maybe these are supposed to go somewhere. Just kind of stacked up just doesn't seem right to Damascius. They have to be placed somewhere.
They do seem to be the right size to fit the indentations on the fresco next to the door.
You say you found these stacked near the ladder?
Indeed.
Do you recall the order you found them stacked in?
I believe it was the child, the city, and then the devil.
Well, I mean, it can't be that obvious, can it? And I grab the discs, and I take the devil, and I put it into the bottom area where people are suffering being damned. Pardon me.
They're dusty. It's okay.
And then I take the city, and I put it into the middle one where the people are, and then I take the mother and child and put it into the top one. Does anything happen?
There is a distinctive click and stone shift of a mechanism buried in the wall, and the door seems to jut out a little bit, as if you could grab its stone edge and have a bit of a finger purchase on said stone door.
Child's play. So the door opens and boops Markov in the head as he's listening at it.
I was trying to listen through that. Ah.
Sorry, old chap. Well, shall we? Did you hear anything?
Nope. All's quiet in the dead of night.
I'm starting to get the feeling that we missed the party. And I pull the door open.
Okay, athletics check.
rolled it in the tower. I don't know what I got. So does
Okay.
the door budge?
Yes. I didn't want to make a big deal of this because we're podcast first and video second, but I'm showing you now a picture of the actual door itself. With the fiasco is actually made into the stone of the door, not beside it, as I had earlier had said.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Make more sense?
Yep.
Okay. A spiral
Child?
stone staircase, moving forward and spiraling down steeply to your left. To the left as it sinks directly into the wall beyond.
Is it dark in there?
It's dark in there, save for your halo light.
Well, my halo light was suppressed. I haven't unsuppressed it yet.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was asking. So I will unsuppress my halo.
Right.
Best light then on my glaive.
Okay.
But keep it on my back. No.
Oh, yeah. I will also redraw my rapier before I go down the stairs.
Okay. May I ask your armaments and main and secondary weapons?
Sure. For Demasius, he just has a glaive.
Classic pole arm, as it were.
Yep. And then he's just wearing like those fancy robes. There's no leather armor or anything like that.
Okay. And Angelus?
I am wearing studded leather. My main weapon is my rapier. My secondary is daggers. And then my third airy is my obvious and glaring good looks.
Okay.
Markov has a light mace, but mostly relies on his magic.
Okay.
And is wearing studded leather under his priestly robes.
What is our marching order down the stairs?
Me first.
I will be second.
And thrice.
The stairs sink the proverbial 15, 20, maybe even more, so that there is solid stone roof above your head, and emerges into a very large chamber. This room is split in half by a long 10-foot wide stone walkway, extending 60 feet into the shadows, east to west, between two spiral staircases. Two ladders rest on the north side of the walkway and two more on the south, and these runged ladders, like the one you descended, lead down into 15-foot wide and 20-foot deep trenches below the level of the stone walkway. So it's like you guys walk in and you're like at this upper catwalk kind of thing, and then all the storage is 15 feet wide, 60 feet long, and 20 feet straight down into like the guts of this stone room that you have to go up and down, that kind of thing.
I look for people. Any people?
Okay. These subrooms are filled with objects ranging from decrepit suits of rusted armor to piles of rotting fur to various overstuffed footlockers, and that's just in the range of shadowy light that you guys can depict from your own, light source. When you say look for people, did you want to go down into said vault, or did you want to walk along the actual walkway?
I'd walk along the top first, all
Okay.
the way to the end.
Okay.
And then, I'll, look down one side and do a lap, come back and look down the other.
Okay.
Unless something interrupts me.
Okay. There are bodies on this walkway. They are obviously dead. They have obviously either bled out or have been like crumpled like a broken neck or, something, that kind of thing. It's more, instead of like a bloody battle with big gashes and big blood stains, it's just more of how they're lying in combat stances, how somebody might have moved them to search said bodies, or how they might be blue in the face from poison, or literally have a very precise wound in the side of their neck, like someone threw a very precise dart or dagger, that type of thing. And yet, although not moved from where they fell, they do seem like someone had rolled them over, composed them respectfully, and then probably searched them for valuable items.